Howdy folks. See if I can remember how to stream. It's been a while. Life has been super busy. But we're going to dive back into some Run 8 and try to shake some rust off. It's been quite a while since I did any Run 8. We've got a local here today. I think it's the 916? Or the 906? The 906J. There we go. That's what we're running today. Change that, and that should make my switch list work. Get a little ways from that crossing bell. So we are over here just over from the Bakersfield on the Mojave Sub. I think we're right down here-ish. It's not on the dispatcher panel, but we've got this guy, and I think it's industry list. Is it right control L? There we are. What's up, Andy? And I don't know what's up with the font. It's just a Linux thing, I guess. Some of the letters and stuff are randomly bold. I haven't really looked into that. I don't know if there's a fix for that or not, but anywho, we got some pickups, we got some set outs. We're just gonna chill. Work has been super duper busy, and yeah, I just want to chill. So it's gonna be pretty slow, laid back stream. And I'm not sure how long I'll go, probably a couple hours, we'll see. Let's get our tags turned on. So we're at KRS. Do I have anything for KRS? I'm not sure that I do. Oh, I do. So we could go ahead and drop those here. Got 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 cars. Would that fit in there? And then we could pick up the other guys on the way back? I don't think we have a run around here though, so we do need to grab those. Alright, I pulled forward a little too far. 4th of July was great. Hope yours was as well. Yeah, I got room to back up. Alright, let's get this thing backed up a little bit. We'll grab these cars. Looks like back to this gondola with the rails in it is what we need to get going. And let's see, like I said, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while. Been a hot minute. Reverse. There we go. And we'll take off all the parking brakes. Start using her back. I thought we had air in the train. Is it this button? Yeah, the brakes are released, so that's good. She's just a little sluggish. Let's see, do I even have my headlight on? Is it L for lights, or is it H for headlight? It's H for headlight, alright. Got that. So we're playing brakeman, conductor, and everything here. Let's go ahead and throw in a couple handbrakes. Gotta remember how to do all this stuff. Here you. Then we're going to close you. We're going to pop the handle. That's the wrong car. Well, crap. Alright, open you back up. We'll have to shove back and reset that. Need to be on this car. There we go. I'm going to close you. And as luck would have it, I can't open you up. Alright, fun. You are released. Yes, indeed. Ruh-roh. That didn't sound good. Why can I not click on anything? Hello? Click on you. Okay. Forgot how to run 8 apparently. Okay, now I can click on it. Don't stand between the cars. Oh, did I blow the PCS? Did it roll? Oh, it rolled enough. It's separated. Dadgummit. Well, we're off to a great start. Let me hop back in the cab. Yeah, we blew the PCS. All right. Fun. Now I gotta remember how to do that. I think we need to put it in neutral. And we have that off. I think we have to do is it full application? Forgotten how to do this now. Or do we just release? I know it takes about a minute to reset. So you put it to full and you waited. We'll find out. Yeah. I'm a little rusty, like I said. Gotta remember how to run 8. Alright, get those on. We don't need that on. I think everything's pretty well set up. So this should start flashing when it's ready to reset. I'm pretty sure you do a full application. You wait about a minute. This should start flashing. Then we can do a release. There it goes. Yeah, I remembered how to do the thing after I broke the thing. Cool. Now let's go back here and try not to mess that up again. Alright, reverse. Oh, you're gonna have to push it with some authority. There you go. Alright, connect you guys back up. What I wanted to do was cut this guy off. He is closed. Pull the pin. Go forward. There we go. Now I gotta pull up past this switch. And we're gonna grab those cars, stick those on the train, stick the empties in there. It's my bleed off key. I've already forgotten. Oh, it is period. I just wasn't holding it down long enough. And I stopped right in the wrong place. Awesome. It's okay. We'll drag it forward a little bit. Get back on the ground itself. There we go. We'll hitch a free ride. Seems like we got a little bit of an uphill here. That's must have been why that train was so hard to push. Yeah, 0.5% grade. You're coming back around 5 mile an hour. Don't need to get going too fast. So we're going to grab these loaded cars, the pickups, stick them on there, and then stick the other 4 back in here. That's the idea. I keep giving her a little bit of throttle here and there. Okay, we're picking up 4 cars. Perfect. Should go check and see. None of these hoses are laced up, are they? Do-do-do-do. Looks like the angle cocks are set, though. And you are open, so we need you to be closed. Otherwise, we lose all of our air when we hook it up. We've already done that. We got that out of the way early. Okay, and then you can get connected. You are opened. This guy can go to partial. I've done something wrong. Did I not open you up? I didn't. Gotta watch the flow, otherwise we'll trip the PCS again. Let that flow stabilize. We should be able to knock that open all the way. Can't see the brake shoes, but we can pull this up. So we've got one car that's releasing a little slower. I think we're ready to pull forward, though. Let's go hop on the back of the train. We'll pull on out of here. And our switch stands on this side, so we'll ride this side of the train. Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't take the handbrakes off the cut that we just picked up. I can just hit a key and do that, so yeah. It always moves a little faster when you release the handbrakes. I told you I was rusty. It's been a hot minute. Going downhill now, so we're basically just coasting out of here. There's a road crossing up there, but I'm not going to blow for it every time. Alright, let's go ahead and get 10 pounds on. Start getting her slowed down. Hopefully. One of these days it'll start slowing down. Bye, train. See you later. Yeah, it's not slowing down much. Let's get a little loco brake on there to help it. Probably didn't have enough air in the train. Rookie mistake. It's okay, we're clear all the way ahead. Overran it so far, the road crossing bell went off. The sign of a true professional. All right, yeah, I don't think the brakes are doing much. Go ahead and come on back and we'll hook on to the train. We'll leave those 4 there. Repeat this with the empty cars. So how y'all been? I haven't yet streamed in July. I was looking back. It's been like 3 weeks since I was able to stream. Life has been busy. Oh yeah, good point. Change the points. Now, can gravity slow us down? Probably. Hey, Mad Mike. Yeah, I play all kinds of different stuff. Yeah, that was close, Andy. Thanks for the shout out. I completely forgot to throw them. A bit of a hard couple, but that's okay. Chunk. Alright, now I need the handbrakes off of you guys. And we're going to set handbrakes on these three, I think. Let me make sure we're actually far enough. So we got those four. Are we clear? Yeah, we're clear of the switch, I think. Oops. Spacebar is not jump. For those of you playing along at home. Yeah, that's a little tight. It's a little tight. Let's pull, or push, rather. Is that all the slack we can push in? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, we'll call that good. Let's get some handbrakes on these guys. 3, I think, should do it. Close you up and pull the pin. I think we can sneak by and get this on there. Playing some Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Alrighty, I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games, but I've watched some videos here and there, so I'm familiar with the concept. Doing my trademark job of stopping too early? No, I didn't. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. We might even stop one of these days. I think that's close enough. Probably okay. Alright, suck it in, chat. We're good. Hey, Brian Wolf. Yeah, it's been too long since I was in Run 8. I was missing it. Get some air on, then we'll push on it. Gravity will do most of the work for us. Hey, Zombie Love. No, there's no game here. It's just a big simulator sandbox. It's up to you to run the railroad and do whatever you want. There's no like game elements to it. It's just a simulator. Alrighty, let's get that locked down, and you can come out into neutral. And I think we're all on the. That's the wrong key. Yeah, the dots go all the way out there. Just making sure I was on the industry track. Alrighty, we are in a bit of a grade, so let's just go ahead and put all the handbrakes on. And it has been a while since I played Run 8. Yeah, I'm super rusty. Making all the rookie mistakes here. Watch your step. So I didn't get all the air bailed off. There we go. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm just kind of doing my thing and chilling out, doing some switching. We're in Southern California. We're running the LS 906J local. Quite a few pickups and setouts along the way here. All right, we gotta suck it in again. Ready? Squeeze past. All right, we're ready to hook up to the train and move on to the next industry, which I'm not even sure what it is. We'll have to go look. Yeah, if you like train operations, like realistic simulator type stuff, I mean, Run 8's kind of the standard. There's nothing else really like it. I've got, was it over 1,000? It's over 10,000? I forget now how many rail units I got. 13,835 cars and engines loaded right now. Hundreds of miles of track. There's 38 AI trains doing various things. Oh, they're not doing much because I forgot to turn the dispatcher on. There we go. Yeah, we'll let them go. So yeah, there's a whole railroad happening right here. I'm just running one little tiny piece of it. Mostly the way I've got it set up, just trains run across the railroad for like scenery purposes. But they do go into some of the yards and you can hump the cars and sort them out and do whatever. But it's really up to you to do whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, and it has really excellent multiplayer if you're into that kind of thing. And like Brian said, you can find people to play with. What am I doing? We need to release the independent. We're bringing her on back. We're going to hook onto the rest of the train. And we'll figure out where we're going from here. If I remember right, there is stuff to do going out and coming back. It's not a super long local. Yeah, I think we got it. My train handling is not the best. Connect up the air hose. Then we open that up. And there's options to, you know, if you don't want to wait for it to pump up air, you can just push a key and have it do stuff. So there's varying levels of simulation that you can do or not do. I kind of like having to pump up the air and do all the things most of the time. It is not a Steam game, correct. It's should be a link in the stream description. It's run8studios.com. It's a website straight out of the 90s. When I first ran across it, I did a lot of digging because it looks like the kind of site that would steal your credit card, but it's not. But yeah, do your own investigation. We are running air like crazy. I'm going to give her a couple notches of throttle. These engines have mechanical air pumps, so that'll help it pump air faster. Yeah, brake pipe's coming up good now. Reservoirs are filling up. So if you haven't seen this before, it is super detailed. We got all the air stuff here. We got the brake pipe. We got the auxiliary reservoir and the emergency reservoir and the brake cylinder on each car. You can even use retainer valves with different settings if you so desire. And we're currently pumping air into the terrain. So I bring up my brake display. We can't physically see the shoes move on the cars. That's not modeled. So it has a brake display that kind of shows you. And it looks like I never opened the valve back here. Want to hook this part of the car up? Well, there's your problem, lady. I'm such a big doofus. All right, let's try hooking up the rest of the train. See how that goes. That's why I was checking the brake shoes. All right, we got the independents all on. I'm going to do a full release. And we'll get some air pressure going throughout the terrain here in a minute. Get all my numbers back up. Let's go ahead and open that the rest of the way. All right. Yeah, well, that was fun. Hey, Raven. It's a really niche simulator, and they kind of want to do their own thing. The devs, from what I understand, they kind of do this in their part-time over the years, and they're very set in their ways. Just look at their website. That pretty much explains it. Plus, Steam takes like a 30% cut. So for an already tiny niche product, I don't think they want to deal with that. This is very much not a game. It's got a huge learning curve. I've made a couple tutorial videos. If you're interested in, think you might be interested in Run 8, you can search my channel. There's, I think it's called Getting Started or something like that. The thumbnail says, so you bought Run 8, now what? I kind of walk through some of the basics of how to move an engine and all that stuff. It's very complicated. It comes with a whole folder full of PDFs for documentation, and yeah, not very user-friendly. It is the best railroad simulator available, though. So there is that. How are we looking on the brakes? We have a full release. Excellent. Let's get out of here. Where are we going? I have no idea. We should probably figure out where we're going to go. I've not ran this local in a long time, so we're going to turn back on the car tags. So these cars, these are the ones we just picked up from this industry. They've been processed at that industry, and they're now tagged with destinations. So I think that's Tulsa. I'm not sure where these other ones are. If we come down here, you can see this is the Bakerfield 906J. It's going to AGP. We look back along here. We have a bunch of tankers. That's kind of hard to read on that text, but it's HOC. So there must be like an oil refinery or something out there. Now I know 84L is 84 lumber. That's right up the street here. But I think that is a facing point. So I think we do those on the way back. So we got AGP. Then we got HOC. Let's go see where those are. So if I turn on the industry tags. Does Run 8 have a Discord? Hey, Sherry Montero, how's it going? Yeah, I wasn't aware they had an official Discord. There's lots and lots of community Discords and forums, stuff like that. All right, so that's HOC. It's also facing point, so we're gonna have to run around the train at some point. Where's AGP? Let me guess. It's way out here at the end of the line. Yep. Okay, so we probably need to leave some tankers on this siding here, would be my guess. That's probably how you do this. Then we'll have to run around the train as we come back. That's easy enough to do. And then we can get AGP and then run around the train and work those oil tankers. Because AGP is right on the back here, and then we can do 84 lumber on the way back. So we need 84 lumber on the tail end of the train as we come back. I need to keep that in mind. Okay, I think I have a plan. Let's head out. So I'm going to hop in the cab. And for some reason my sand is on. I must have accidentally hit that key at some point. We might be out of sand now. Whoops. Alright, since we're in the cab, I'm going to turn that off. We go to SoCal. We're in Southern California. We're here. We're out on the Mojave Sub doing the 906J local. Did I turn car spawners off? No, they're on. There's just nobody on this road, I guess. What's up, Bob? Hey, No-Dos, how's it going? Yeah, I'm rusty at Run 8. We're just getting back in, running some local stuff. Yep, I was just looking at flashing lights the other day, Raven, to see where they were at. I've not played it in quite some time. Made a few videos on that. I think the last video I made was when their big new AI update came out. Is it a year and a half, or it's been a little while? All right, 20 is probably about the limit on this sub, I would guess. I didn't really actually look. So you have the base. Yeah, you'll have, I forget what comes with the base, actually. Is it Cajon and something else? I thought, isn't Mojave part of the base? Honestly, don't remember. There's a map out there somewhere you can Google for it, and it shows all the, like, the DLC and stuff, what you get with what. We're on a downhill, so I'm going to go ahead and do an initial reduction. Get a little bit of air on the train. It's basically Mojave and Barstow. Gotcha. Yeah, $50 is a bargain. You get like 200 miles or more of railroad. Is that a tree in the middle of the track? That's new. I've run this local before. That's never been there. That's awesome. I wonder if the tree has collision on it. This could be interesting. Yeah, you can do a lot with the base game on Run 8. It's kind of different the way they do it. You get a couple subs as the base game, which is hundreds of miles of track. A bunch of yards, including a fully functional hump yard. What's going to happen here? Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay, I wasn't sure if that had collision or not, so I was slowing down. Full speed ahead through the tree. I cannot do a live stream next day. I'm not sure when I can do live streams. It's always a struggle. Because I have a full-time career, family, there's always stuff going on. I haven't been able to stream in like 3 weeks. But I have a new BeamNG video coming out Saturday. Doing my RLS Career Overhaul Mod Hardcore series. That comes out every Saturday, at least for the foreseeable future. Blow the horn to scare the tree off the track? Exactly. So anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought. If we go for, is it, I can't remember how to play now. Is it 4? Yeah, that's our orbit view. So the way Run 8 does rolling stock, you get all of the engines and all the rolling stock. They come with the base game. With that being said, some of them, let me see if I have any in this train. Some of them will be in a Run 8 livery, like a generic skin. I have any of those here as an example. I've bought most of the skin packs that I typically work with locals over the years. So I don't know if I have an example here to show you. We'll find one. There's one here somewhere. But you get them, they're all fully functional. They're the right length and weight and everything. Everything's the same except the aesthetics, like the look of it. And then they sell separate skin packs that make them look like actual cars. So I don't know the exact numbers, but maybe like half the stuff you get with the base game has a skin like this. And maybe the other half or so is generic Run 8. So that some people that puts them off, but it's just the look. You get the engines and the cars. It's all the same. Gameplay and physics-wise. We're doing okay for now. I'm going to come back into... Our grade's kind of leveled out a little bit, which is good. Let me pop up to here real quick. We can surely find something in the yard here that's doesn't have a skin. San Juan, I've got those. Here we go. So I don't have the skin for whatever SD40-2 or whatever this is. So it'll look like that. It'll just say Run 8. I do a lot of mixed freight, so I've got most of the freight packs, but here you can see, you know, Run 8 Western. So some of the cars will look like that. They're the same length, the same weight, everything's the same, it just doesn't have a skin on it necessarily. So whatever kind of cars those are, probably some kind of reefer, judged by the neighbors. I don't have that particular skin pack. Anyway, I hope that helps. Now I gotta go find my train. Actually, I can go to transport to my train. There we go. Hop back in the cab. And we're tooling along. We need to go to... Where's this siding at? Around the bend here, I think. Yeah, we need to stop on the siding so we can run around the train. So we need to come around the bend and then we'll see that first switch. Hey, Mad Mike. Yeah, the tree in the middle of the tracks, that's a new thing. I've not seen that before, and I've run this local several times before in the past. Okay, you guys are all good. You're all good. Woo! You're all good. But you're always negative, JSRJS, so it doesn't matter what. You're going to be negative. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you were getting for $50. You wouldn't be satisfied, would you? Every program has bugs. All right, 16 mile an hour. Yeah, we're doing good. The grade is... Oh, we're back going uphill again. No wonder we're slowing down. Let's get some power on. Got a 0.6% grade. Nice view of the ground there. Thanks, camera. Oh, yeah. I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs like that, Brian. There's some really funny billboards around the world, too. So you can do like a drive-by camera. It'll follow the train. Coming around the corner. Let's see, what's the keys for the counter again? Is it... That counts up. That counts down. Okay, cool. I'm going to set my counter as we come through here, so I know when I'm on the siding. There we go. We're just a little over 2,000 feet long. What do you think, Bob? Bob's always over there judging me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now we're on a little bit of a downhill grade. All right, good to know. I'll just leave that up. It's handy numbers. So we get an initial reduction on. How's she wanting to slow down? Pretty decent. I think that'll probably work. So we got 400 feet to go. We might be able to get on this side of the switch. That would be ideal. We could just shove the cars back in there after we run around. Alright, we're getting slowed down pretty good. Let's get a little more power back on. We're gonna have to drag on it a little bit. Because my train handling is very out of practice. So stopping where I want to stop is a challenge. It's okay, we got 2 Jeeps. We'll just tug on it a little bit. Get to the last 100 feet. Beautiful. We're going to roll backwards? Probably not. Push in some of that slack so we'll be able to pull the pin. Alrighty. Now we need AGP, which I think was these guys. Let's get my tags turned back on. So that's 2 gondolas and a boxcar. Got it. So when we come back, I can shove the 84 lumber on past and then... No, let's go ahead and pull that forward, actually. That would make more sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and move the train forward a little bit. Let's get the brakes released. I should have been a little smarter. So what I want to do is drag this up until the tank cars are here. And then we'll pull the 84 lumber stuff on past this switch. I think we have enough room then. We can run around the whole train, work the tank cars. Are there any pickups here? Yeah, there's pickups here. Grab the pickups, and then we can have the 84 lumber cars on the back of the train as we head back. Because we need to switch 84 lumber on the way out of here. There's a lot of planning involved, and that's the part I'm also super rusty at. Okay, let's go forward. And we want those tank cars about here, and then we'll break the train. We'll drop the 84 lumber stuff here. Drop that off. And we'll go down and switch AGP. Come back, run around the train. Do all that good stuff. One nice thing about having a railroad that's based on the real thing is the track makes sense. Once you figure out how they work it, the track always makes sense. I didn't do a brake test, but we got a full release. Every once in a while you get a brake shoe that sticks or something, brake cylinder that doesn't want to let go. So you're supposed to do a brake test before you move out for the day. I didn't do that. That's okay. You can do whatever you want. It's your railroad. I can click on there. Can I click on there? Ow. I'm gonna screw around and mess this up, aren't I? Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna try to do something fun, but didn't have time. I couldn't get it clicked on. Get a few handbrakes on. And we'll cut this guy off. So we're going to close that angle cock. I can't pull the coupler because it's stretched too tight, so we're going to have to back up. We have too much brakes on. Yeah, man. Push. Push like you mean it. What's up, Drifter? Okay, fine. We're gonna have to release the brakes. Had far too much braking power on it. Couldn't move it. There we go. Now we can pull the pin. Alright, I assume all the lumber cars are the one that's going to 84 lumber. Yep. So we can turn that back off. Now I just need to drag the lumber cars up past this switch so we'll be able to shove the tank cars then on the way back. Yeah, we're in SoCal, not much Norfolk Southern out here. We had a couple of San Juan Valley Railroad, I think they're Jeep 38s. That's what we're rocking today. My last couple streams of Run 8, which I think we were like over a year ago. I was doing the AB45 local with the Norfolk Southern. I do like the look of the Norfolk Southern. All right, we're up past that switch. We're all good to go. Actually, we went all the way down to 70 last time. Let's just do 80. About a 10-pound drop. Should be more than enough to get stopped. And all we have is this AGP car, and we can get rid of these guys. Again, we're too tight on that. Let's go ahead and set some handbrakes. So if you don't know what I'm talking about by too tight, there's a coupler pin, like in a real coupler. That's what releases the knuckle, so they'll separate. When they're stretched tight like this, the game simulates it being too much pressure on the pin, so you can't pull the coupler pin. And that's denoted by the yellow text here. So what I have to do is put the engines in reverse and back up a little bit. Just put some pressure on it. They'll push against the cars now that have the parking brake on, and we can pull the pin. Now we're ready to head down to AGP. Back in the gab. I did not see the big boy, nope. I've seen it on videos. I didn't see it when it came through Missouri, though. Alright, we got green. Everything is lined up. What is the speed limit here? Somewhere it will tell me 50. Oh, it's only 15. Okay. Good to know. I could go 60 on here. There's no penalty. It's just a simulator. It doesn't care. There's no game. But we'll follow the rules loosely. Yeah, I had a rail driver. I never used it because the throttle was so sloppy. I ended up giving it away. Rail driver is way too sloppy and cheap for what you pay for it. Nice idea, but my throttle was just always too sloppy. It was just such a giant pain in the butt. I do mostly locals and switching work, so I'm always using the throttle. Some people get a rail driver without that problem. I had one, even when it was brand new, the throttle was just always really sloppy. And they told me how to like calibrate it hardware-wise, and that helped a tiny bit, but yeah, I just never really used it. I thought I hit that button. I was still pulling out with 10 pounds on the brakes. I've always thought I'll build myself a throttle stand sometime, but I just never have got around to it. I have the know-how, just don't have the time. Or the inclination, really. The keyboard works great for me. Yeah, no, we're going 25. The speed limit's 15. That's okay. We'll ignore that. I don't have all the time in the world. We need to get this AGP dropped off. You got to see it twice? Cool. Yeah, it's going to be like a little over an hour drive for me. It just wasn't worth it to go see the big boy. It's cool, but it's not that cool. I'm old and tired and want to spend 2.5 hours on the road to go see a train go by for 2 minutes. I've seen them static. There's a rail museum here in the St. Louis area. They've got a bunch of steam locos that are not active. They're just sitting in a building. All right, 30 might be a little much. So AGP is right down there. I think we've got one pickup. Pickups. Yeah, agriculture plastics, AGP. We got one gondola to pick up. Oh, there is a pickup at BRC. Ooh, and Frito-Lay. Oh, I wasn't looking at all these pickups we gotta do. Whoops. We got pickups to do. So I might have missed those. We may have to get those the next time if they're not the right way. I whistled. Yeah, a lot of people play the Train Sim Classic. I think I have that. Like, I have the original DVD for Microsoft Train Simulator. And then I have something on Steam, I think, that turned into Train Simulator Classic. I'm not 100% sure. The names have changed so many times over the last couple decades. It's kind of hard to keep track. What is this place? JBT. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to pick up that stuff. Fun. Oh, yeah, I put that in as a bug. I guess they never fixed it. When you're dragging around on the switch list, you can accidentally open your window. That had switch on either side, right? So we can pick those up on the way back. Whoa! Alright, so we had this guy on the rear end, right? We got 3 guys on the rear end. Got it. So we need those 3 to be cut off, basically, before we get up there. So I should probably start slowing down. Rumor has it, you should slow down. Do about a 15-pound reduction and see how that suits us. Yeah, I have 0 interest in Train Sim World. We're that company. They fooled me once with CSX Heavy Haul. Never again. That turned into Train Sim World 1, I think, or just Train Sim World. They never even delivered everything they said they were going to do for that one. And it wasn't a simulator either, like they said it was going to be. I got snookered. So I decided I would never buy anything from that company again. That's just my personal taste, though. Lots of people like the Train Sim World franchise. That's why they keep cranking them out and charging more money for the same thing. Yeah. Quit your squealing. Oh crap! I forgot what I was doing. It's the theme for tonight. It's okay. We can also do it this way. What I should have done is cut the engine off, grab that one, and then put the other ones back in there. But yeah, whatever. We'll have to do one extra move. Let's wear some flat spots on the loco wheels. There we go. You're not wrong, Build It Funky. I'm just not one of them. I'd rather have a realistic simulator with 2D trees than a game with pretty trees. That's just my personal taste. There's nothing wrong with people that like Train Sim World. It's just not for me. It's actually flat over here for a change. Nice. Curry chunk. Yeah, take your handbrake off. Not going to bother putting air in that. There's no need. It's just a single car. Why does it act like I have brakes on? Wasn't really behaving like it was on flat ground. This guy should be bled out, right? Yeah, he doesn't have any air in him. Yeah, well. Sometimes I just like blowing the horn. All right, now we need to go grab those cars and shove them in the siding. I did that backwards. Hey, KG. Just playing a little Run 8 tonight. Relaxing. Trying to shake the dust off. It's been a long time since I played Run 8. I'm pretty rusty. Yeah, I don't like passenger stuff, Drifter, so I won't be doing any passenger stuff. Alright, connect you up. You guys are both open. I need to open it up at the front of this car. And you guys should be all good. Turn off the parking brakes. Some air in these guys so they'll move. Probably didn't need to, but we'll do it anyway. Probably could have just drug them. Alright, just so I remember, we have the... just 3 cars we're dropping off. Yeah, just 3 cars for dropping off. All right, cool. Yeah, I just play solo KG. I don't have time to try to do multiplayer stuff on really anything. Takes too much time to try to coordinate to play with people. Yeah, Spur plays this. I really enjoy his videos. He's the one I sent the rail driver to when I was done with it. Like, I don't like this thing anymore. Hey Spur, you want a rail driver? I think he's used it some. All right, 3 cars coming on back. What we could do, actually, is try to do something fancy here. Probably get myself in trouble. Alright, so we got that closed. We will disconnect the arrows. It's going to blow all the air out of those. We will bleed all the air out of these cars. So they no longer have any brakes on them. And then in theory, we can shove this back. And then they'll go in there and life will be good. Sound like a plan? Alright, I'll have you up so I can hit the handbrake here in a second. Oops. I always hit space to go up. That doesn't work in this game. Alright, and then where's our industry tracks at? Right there. Okay, cool. We're almost in the pocket. Physics for the win. Alright, throw the handbrake on that car, and we're good to go. Except we need to grab these cars and shove them back down as well. So... will they all fit on there? I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out. Hey, No Totem, how's it going? Yeah, you can definitely play solo. That's pretty much all I've ever done. It's just my railroad. I'm the only one on here doing anything. There's not a whole lot happening. There's about 40 AI running around the railroad just for scenery, but not much else going on. Yeah, this world I don't really even have much over at the receiving yard. Doesn't look like I cleared that all out. Yeah, we don't need a DPU because we have a little local. So 2 engines at the front's all we need. What maps are available? I don't have any links handy. I don't remember if there's anything in the video description. But there's a whole bunch of Southern California from, like, if you buy all the different DLC, you can go from like LA to Seligman, Arizona. If you Google like Run 8 DLC maps or something like that, you should be able to find a map that shows you all the things. Crunch. We got it. You cannot create your own map. No, it's based on the real railroad, real life railroad. Here, well, let's pull it out. Let me switch over. Let me see if I can find that map real quick. Run a DLC map. Trying to find the one I was, yeah, here. I think it's this guy. Where's this one at? Visit. Oh, it's off Run 8 guides. They must have a link to it. Map. There it is. Let me get my train not completely out of control, and I'll show you this map real quick on the stream. And I'll drop a link in the chat. Alright, that should eventually slow down. There's a site called run8guides.com that has a ton of info about Run 8 on it. And one of the things they have, it's just SoCal. There's other maps that show you the different stuff, but so I think you get, yeah, so the base game, you get the Needles Sub, Barstow and Yermo Sub, and the Mojave Sub. You can kind of see the dividing lines out to here. So from like Lopez east to Seligman, and then you can go south a little bit, not too much. Then you get into the Cajon Sub, which is DLC. So anyway, that's hundreds of miles of track. My train is way over there. Let me see if I can find, there's a map for the depot server that kind of does a good job of showing it. Yep. Is it Shash map? Yep. Yeah, I don't remember what the URL is. Anyway, you can Google around and find that info. And also, Run 8 Guides has a ton of info linked on that site. It must just be you, Andy, because all the prices are right there. Right there on the website. If you're on run8studios.com. Run8studios.com. Routes, all the prices are on everything. It's right there. Train sets, any of these skins you want, all the prices are right there, right in your face. If you don't see prices, you might be on the wrong website. All right, let's get these cars. We need to go throw this switch. But I always tell people it is definitely not a game. It is not a train game. It's a railroad simulator. It's a sandbox. There's not missions or story or it's completely up to you. I just decided I want to run the 906J. So I am doing that. There's no rhyme or reason on my railroad to do that because I don't simulate a whole railroad. I just kind of go play with trains when I feel like it. But there are people that have like spreadsheets and they run everything like a railroad and they customize all the industries the way they want, et cetera, et cetera. So you can do whatever you want, but it definitely doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you what to do. Oh, the Run 8 Guides is just info, Andy. It's not where you buy the stuff. That's just info. Free info about the game. Made by the community. Oh, the link under my vid? Yeah, it should go to run8studios.com. Yeah, we're doing about 5. That's pretty good. I guess a good solid couple. Chunk. Alright, you don't come out the other end, do you? Nope. We just slammed all that train right up against the bumper. Nice. Oh, you click the buy V3. You found the one place they don't show you a price? I think the base game is $50. Now I'm curious. Don't run away from me, train. Oh yeah, for the base game, they don't actually have a price on that page. Fair enough. Everything else they do. Like I said, they kind of go to the beat of their own drum. They kind of do things their way, and you can like it or lump it. I'm not a big fan of their website. The other thing that catches people out is if you don't read the stuff when you're downloading, they basically say you need to keep this link and keep the installer and keep the key code, because you can't ever come back and like download it again. It's a one-time thing. You're responsible for keeping the installer safe. They need a modern website with like keys and stuff, but yeah, well, it'll probably never happen. That's why when I first ran across that, I did a lot of research, because like, man, this looks like a scam site. It didn't give me a warm fuzzy when I first ran across their website. Oh, does it say on the page if you get out your magnifying glass? Nice. You know, actually, we've got enough tonnage. I should probably be putting some air in this. It would probably behoove me to put some air in this. I'm gonna do the... Do I have that set for... Yeah, I just have that set for air hoses. So let me hit F7. That'll put all the air hoses connected like they should be. And then I'm gonna say, close that angle cock. And then we have to find out where all the angle cocks need adjusted. That'll be fun. Do. So no, up here we need to, or not here. Is it here? Oh, it is here. Here we had it closed off, so we can say partially open that. Time for bed, Andy? All right, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. So somewhere down about here, we're going to have another set of angle cocks that need turned. You're good. You're good. You're good. Maybe they were all turned the right way. All right, flow is down. We can open that up all the way. Oh yeah, we're good. We just gotta get a full release. Okay, let's get some air in the train. We can do that as we back up. Off we go with a rattle and a bang. To get that set back for green, so we need to come all the way back over here. We need to leave the cars on this siding here. So we'll switch that guy, and then we need to come down through here. And then we need to stop before we come through here. Or no, we need to come through here and then stop. There's several steps to this. So we need to come through here, run around the train. Then we'll be in a position to work the tanker industry. And we need to have that on the back of our train as we head back this direction. Clear as mud. I'm going to ignore these other pickups out here. At least for now. I might grab them on the way back. I think that is the... Oops. Yeah, that's Frito-Lay. So we do need to pick those guys up. I don't think I have any setouts for them, but I do have pickups. Only setout I have on my train right now is J.G. Boswell Tomato Company. What? Where's that and what is that car? Oh, I have a set out for JBT? Where's that at? What did I miss? Oh, it wasn't done loading. Whoops. That's the wrong key. I didn't know there was a new SoCal route, so no, it's not the new SoCal route. Did they release a new SoCal route? I took a car that I shouldn't have. So I guess that was sitting there, but it wasn't processed yet? I'm confused. How did that one sneak in there? Oh, shoot. That's why you do brake tests. Something is not hooked up right. I don't have all my brakes. Perfect. Well, it's just kind of par for the course tonight, where I've been messing up everything. Somewhere in angle cock isn't set. Or something. Alright, we'll get some independent brake on as well. So yeah, Wild J, I didn't know there was a new route. So I'll have to look into that. Oh, you mean, yeah, that's been a while, hasn't it? Let me go look. I'm going to look on the website real quick. So if we go look, you're talking about this guy, right? Fresno South. I thought that was quite a while ago that they had released that, but I could be wrong. Press releases. They had a, that was in March. Doesn't have any dates on it because their website sucks. It's been quite a while, I think, since they released the Fresno Sub. I don't have that one, no. I'm missing a few of the routes because I don't really play it enough to justify buying more routes. Any more than I already have. Okay, I messed this up. we have this car down here randomly on the train that's supposed to be at JBT. So let's fix that. Naturally, there's too much pressure on the coupler. That's been also a theme tonight. Giant magician wands? I'm not sure what I'm hauling. Yeah, we can pull it open. We have to go stick this one back on the track. I messed that up somehow. I'm not sure how I messed that up. Unless it was just sitting in there and hadn't been processed all the way yet. I don't know. I messed it up somehow. So we'll go put that back at JBT. I could be lazy and pull the whole train through there. That's probably not what they want me to do. Right? Yeah, that track is through. Let's be lazy. We'll just pull the whole train through here. Let's see. We need you set that direction. Yes, indeed. Need you set that direction. Perfect. That is indeed JBT, right? Yep. Okay. Oh, what time is it going to be? 7:40. All right, that's not too bad. I can go a little longer. It's been one of those weeks at work. I'm ready for it to be over. Pretty sure everything on the train will fit through here. About to find out. Yeah, I think it backs it up automatically, Brian. I could be wrong. Every 5 or 10 minutes. It was way back there in the train, right? There you are. And then we got dots all along this concrete here. All right, cool. There's, what's it called? Run 8 Train Assistant? I'm not sure I have that one. It can do some handy stuff like that for you too, automatically backing up things. But I think, yeah, I'll just say train is on that number, and I'll just say world's on 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, my whole world gets backed up. And then every whatever, it doesn't tell you a number because why would they? 2, 4, 6, 8. So every 2 minutes, the train gets backed up. Auto magically. All right. You, sir, can stay here. Let me guess. We're stretched too tight. I don't even have to look at it. We'll close you. We're going to back up a bit. Yeah, it can be kind of complicated, Zombie Love. If you get a chance, sometimes search my videos for Run 8 like getting started, I made a couple videos of how to get started in Run 8. This goes over the absolute basics. So take a look at those and see if it's something you might want to tackle. I think the first one we like go over how to load in and start up a train and throw the switches and go get a car, stuff like that. And I think the second one was kind of how to work with the dispatcher, maybe? I forget. I've had it for years and I still don't know all the ins and outs. It's a very complicated simulator. Alright, now my switch list. We have no more setouts on the train anyway. Got some more pickups. Don't know where Bakersfield Recycling is. It's okay. I'm just having fun. If I miss some cars, it doesn't matter. I literally spawned in this train so I could run it. There's some awesome people that share their hard work over on the Depot server forums. So I started with the very populated SoCal world, basically, made by an awesome dude. And it comes with a whole bunch of trains, like locals, so you can just load up a train. So I can say load up. Say I want to run the Amtrak Sunset. I can just load that up and run it. I can load any of these trains. All these different locals are pre-made if you don't want to do anything but run a local. That works well for me. And our train is running way down the track because I'm not paying any attention. Stop, train. Stop. Hey, Dasher. And like I said earlier, some people like have spreadsheets and they run it like a, like an actual railroad. And there's multiplayer servers you can join where they're running it like a railroad and there's different jobs and whatnot. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, the truck in the corner? No, all this scenery is just props. Where did you see a truck in the corner? I missed that comment. All the scenery is props. No, there are roads that have cars moving back and forth on them, but they're just like little scenery things. All right, let's get on out of here. It was on the other side of the warehouse. Oh, this guy? Yeah, that's just scenery. They focus on realistic physics and operations, so the scenery, as you can see, is pretty bare bones, especially if you're flying around outside. If you're in the cab, it's designed so it looks like you're seeing stuff from the cab. All right, I gotta not forget. We've got these sitting down here, so we don't want to come barreling down the track. Yeah, there's a high rail. There is a little, I did a video actually where I was using a little, what's it called? A little rail truck thingy. High rail. Is that the high rail? Or am I thinking of the, there's also pickup trucks you can spawn in. Hey, X-Ray. I'm not 100% sure where it's at. It's Mojave area. Yeah, definitely watch Warren Von Ross's content for sure. He makes a ton of Run 8 videos. He's made some good tutorial stuff too, if you want to go check out his channel. I'm not that familiar, X-Ray, with SoCal. But we're out near Mojave. Kern Junction, I couldn't tell you exactly where we are in the real world. The pickup? Gotcha. I can't remember what the little yellow shover thing is that's used to like move grain cars around and stuff. There's a name for it, but it's been a long day and my brain is mush. Yeah, the Fitz is nice. I've got that one as well. We should probably start slowing down. We should really start slowing down. Like, seriously start slowing down. I guess he was looking at chat instead of his train. I think we're going to be okay. Oh yeah, we're good. No problem. I think that's the only handbrake I put on. Oh yeah, just a light kiss on the coupler there. Beautiful. These guys still have, oh, they still got air on them. That's why. They still have a brake application on them, so. Oh, it's our flow like. Flow is good. We'll go ahead and open that up all the way. That'll release as the air flows in. Stopping is for losers. Most people consider all that Central Valley. Gotcha. Yeah, the Bakersfield Yards are like right over there. I don't know if that's one of the buildings, Bakersfield. So like the BNSF and UP Bakersfield Yards are over that way. All right, let's get a nice little drive by here. Go full immersion mode. Thought it was in the camera that would follow the train. Apparently not. Oh, you have to go to that view and then, okay, fair enough. We'll go for orbit. Yeah, no caboose. This is the 2000s. We don't run cabooses. What are the things on the cars, Aria? Is it Aria Perez? Not sure if I got that username right, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is, actually. We're up to 20, so we'll slow down a little bit. Go back to... Let's see. I thought there was a way to... No, I'm thinking of Railroader. So these are like big I-beams. If I can get in here and show the detail. Those are big I-beams. These are pipes with red end caps on them for travel. Those are pipes. That's coil steel or coiled metal of some kind. More pipes. Those are pipes with, I don't know if that's tape or plastic, but they wrap up the end for transport. I think so they don't rust and whatnot inside, get foreign debris. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, I heard Trona was on the way out, and then somebody was going to buy it. Did that fall through? They were talking about that over on the Depot server forums a little while back. I thought some foreign, like Indian company or something was going to buy them out. Yeah, you don't want full of spiders and mice and critters. Oh, is it Arium? Okay. They call you Adrian because they're used to singing Adrian. Yeah, don't forget to stop. At this point, we're going around stuff. I actually need to get some throttle back on. So we're going to run around our train. If you weren't here earlier, we dropped these off. We're going to run around the train. We will uncouple from these cars. And then we need to shove these oil tankers back into here and grab those, set them out on the end of this part, and then drop off those in there. And then we can work on reassembling the train. We'll have to run around it some more, the part we left up there, but I'm not sure if we'll get all that done tonight. Still hoping for a buyer. Gotcha. Yeah, I play all kinds of different stuff, Ariam, so it's hard telling what you found me for. I think the last stream I did might have been like Star Citizen, or maybe it was BeamNG, I'm not sure. If you've been following the video series, I've got a new BMG hardcore career mode coming out Saturday. Been putting those out every Saturday. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow we got another Out of War video. Been doing Out of War Monday, Wednesday, Friday now. Valheim on Tuesdays and Thursdays. BMNG on Saturdays. Then it's a free-for-all on Sundays. A lot of times I don't have a video on Sunday. But this Sunday, I've got Space Engineers 2. So that's why I haven't been streaming. What little time I have has been recording, basically. So. Got too much stuff going on, but there's just so many good games to play. Do I live stream daily? No. I have a full-time career that's pretty demanding, so I stream like maybe a couple, 3 times a month if I can find the time. Sometimes on the weekends it'll be during the day, but it's usually around like 6 p.m. or so Central US time, if I can find the time to stream. Wife and kiddos happen to be gone tonight, and I had some free time, so here we are, streaming for a couple hours. No maintenance of way yet. Nope, Dasher. Still waiting on that. Siding is rather long. They give you a lot of room to work here, which is good. We can go ahead and throw this, because I'm going to be pushing those back into there. Then how many cars are we picking up over here? Decent amount, but not a ton. So yeah, we'll have room. We just need to get the engine up past the switch. No interest in Pal World. Oh, you work the nice? I gotcha. Yeah, I'm primarily a video channel. I do live stream once in a while. If you are new here, I've been making videos for well over a decade. Everything's organized by playlist. If you want to go look through those sometime. I play a little bit of everything. Started out years and years and years ago as basically DayZ. That's all I played was DayZ mod. And then DayZ standalone. And then I started branching out into other things. And I haven't played DayZ in like 6 years. Been there, done that. Got all the t-shirts. Yeah, I hope you can drop by. I don't stream on any kind of regular schedule, unfortunately. My life is too hectic for that. Hey, Road Rookie. Not doing too bad. Playing video games. Can't complain. Pretty tired. I'm ready for bed. It's only 8 o'clock. So. I'll probably go for another 20-30 minutes. Then I'm going to have to get off here and get ready for bed. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. Been having to do a lot of late stuff, unfortunately. I think most of that is almost over. I do have some late stuff next week I got to do. I should have been on the brakes a long time ago. It's okay, we're not going very fast. And we're going uphill slightly, which helps. So normally you'd be planning a lot better. I am tired and just kind of chilling, so we're not being very efficient with our train handling, that's for sure. Alright, we'll push against that handbrake. That should let the coupler have some slack. We will say, oh, you're only partially open the whole time. Oh boy. Yep. Bob's judging me. I know, Bob. I know. I know. You don't have to say anything. Oh boy. I do need to hit that switch up here. Go in that direction. Actually, let me just go ahead and set this up as slot 1, and we'll have that saved. Yeah, you told me don't forget to stop. I did forget to stop that time. Almost. I just went a little further than I really needed to. Still getting the stare of disapproval from Bob. Oh yeah, Bob's union through and through. He's totally over having to ride around with the noob. Here, we'll slow down to the speed limit. Man, that is a big old irrigator, isn't it? Little Bob, man, he's been on a lot of Run 8 journeys with us. If you've been around the channel for a while, you're familiar with Bob and his disapproving stare. Alright, we're gonna couple up to these guys. We're gonna shove them on in. That's the plan. Yeah, I've played some Derail Valley, and I think I did a video series on it. Oops, hit totally the wrong button. Yeah, Derail Valley is good fun. Okay, we should be able to open you, and then we're going to say connect the air hose, and then we're going to partial open you, and then we're going to totally forget to open up the stupid thing. Actually, are you guys full? You guys are empty. These are empties. We don't... Man, there's quite a few of them. I guess we better put air in it. I was thinking we could just not put air in it, but we better put air in there. Alright, let's get to neutral. We'll get a couple notches. Be pumping air a little better. And let's bop down to this end of the train where we definitely didn't leave the angle cock open. Yep. Only somebody that's completely new would do that. Yeah, they come in various sizes. These are particularly huge. And it's, you know, it's poor graphics, so it's not a very good representation, but they are pretty good size. What kind of a noob? Why don't I not have a brake display? Oh, right, it gets confused. I forgot. It's because I'm nose on to these guys. Hey, Bob, you ready to change engines? All right, we're gonna swap ends. I think you can do that like through the switches and whatnot, but it's easiest just to do it that way. Yeah, okay, Bob's over here with us. Now I should get my brake display. There we go. It doesn't like being nose on. It doesn't think it's like a train or something. We're gonna need to be going this way anyway as we head back, so we'll just go ahead and be in the configuration to head back. And then it did remember my headlight setting, it looks like. Are the headlights still on this guy? No, it fixed all that for me. Okay, cool. Hey, catch you later, Aim. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you sleep well. Alright, flow is down below 60. We should be good to move out. So let's see if we bring those out. Are we gonna have room to stick them? We don't have anything else on that side of us, so we could just push them on through. Yeah, we'll do that. Need to go throw this switch though. Get on the ground, and we'll set this as 2. Now I can just doink. I can just go to those spots. Doink, doink, doink. It makes it easier when you're doing solo stuff. We are not moving. Awesome. I should probably take off the handbrakes. That usually helps. I need to go in here and get some cars. Well, don't you worry. I'll forget the brakes. Looks like old Florida East Coast locomotives. I'm not sure. Could be. I'm not like a super educated railroad person. I just like trains. You can probably look up San Juan Valley Railroad 496 and see what it used to be. Colors are blue and white, whatever that means. And one thing I should do is get some air on. Oh, we're headed downhill. We need more air. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, we're slowing down. We're good. All right. Keep shoving. Get some air now, though, so we can stop when we need to. Look at that. You've got application on all the cars. Might be a first for tonight. Well, since all these cars look the same, it's going to be hard to tell what's what. So I'll have to turn the tags back on when I'm uncoupling. I imagine these are full. Yeah, these are full. So they're going to be heavy. Let's see. I'm going to hit the air hose key. Probably need to close the angle cock back here. Yep. Close you up. We get to play. Which car was I at? This one. All right. Did I open the loco angle cock all the way this time? I did not. Perfect. Such a good railroader. So I wonder if I've gotten anything done tonight. We're in neutral. We can give a couple notches to pump air faster. Now, the more modern locomotives have electric air pumps. So you go to like notch 1 on those. These older Jeeps used to do 2. I think the recommendation is 3 or 4. They are the Florida East Coast. There you go. Cool. Good eye. So Florida East Coast, I guess, is blue and white, or at least was at one time. These are kind of a dark blue with white hoods. Florida East Coast. Yeah, that's what it says. Oh, these are GP40-2s. I wasn't sure if they were 38s or 40s. I couldn't tell you the difference. They're the blocky cab. That's the kind of train I like. That's all I know. All right, our flow is below 60. We should have a release. The trick is, can we stop? Probably. Oh, she heavy. She very heavy. Good thing we got 2 Jeeps. We don't need to go super fast because we got to back up here in just a second to grab these other cars. Ran the slack out a little hard on that one. We're going to get a 11 pound reduction. I think that'll let me stop. Now they're 440 and 442. Yeah, as far as I know, run 8 is set at like around, loosely around the 2000, so like 25 years ago. So I don't know if they would have been those numbers 25 years ago or if those numbers on there are just made up. I don't know. Okay, revoice. Got a good release. Let's hop on here and ride. Try to keep it around a couple mile an hour. Really banging the slack around. I love all the little sounds it makes as you're slowly coming across the tracks. Easy does it. Are we against the bumper back here? Very nearly. Alrighty, I'm going to release the handbrakes on all these. The slack settle down. I'm going to say you are number 5. I'm going to bop to the back of the train. Close that. I'm going to hit that to hook up all the air hoses. Then go back to here. Then I know where my car is at. Keep an eye on the flow here. Yeah, we should be able to open that all the way. All right, it's in neutral. Let's give her about 3 notches. Let her pump some air. Engines are far enough away, we can just kind of barely hear them. Yeah, I watched, I think at least one of the trains videos where he was running, he's trying to run a local, I think, in trains. Trains looks and sounds really good. I don't like their subscription model. That's why I've never bought into it. It's more of like a build a train layout kind of game. Pushing all the button combos, Iron Cat, right? You got to master the Vulcan nerve pinch. All right, flow is down to like 37. We can start easing this thing out of here. So let's get going. Alrighty, I think we'll snag the stirrup on the last car as it goes by. Oh, does it have performance issues? Yeah. I've watched some videos on trains. Other than that, I don't have any real experience with it. Now, if I'm riding on here and I hit 4, well, I can get an orbit of my car I'm on. Cool. The orbit camera is kind of new. I'm not super familiar with it. New as in the history of Run 8, not necessarily new as in time-wise. Yeah, it's a good screenshot. Wait, did that actually take a screenshot? I didn't hear it make the sound. Screenshot. Oh, it's F8. I was hitting print screen. That's the Star Citizen key. That's why I didn't have a screenshot for my thumbnail, because I pushed the wrong key. It all becomes clear. Alrighty, and then see, that was that side. That was that side. I'm going to set up another save point here as 3. There we go. And then I can do all the needful. Okay, we need to back up. This might take some doing, as heavy as this thing is. We're pushing up a little bit of a grade. There we go. We're moving. I think it's just a little bit of independent Hook up to this guy? Sure we can. Apparently it's got air on it. Alright, let's get some air pumped in. Oops. As soon as I clicked that, I realized I was on the wrong car. Well, for the second time, we've blown the PCS tonight. You go check back here and make sure we're closed off. I'll have to go reset it. Okay, so we need to be, we're in neutral, we're in notch 0, we need to do a full application. And then we have to wait about 60 seconds. I blew the emergency system. Should I even look at Bob? I can smell his disappointment. Yep, Iron Cat. That's exactly right. Not everybody likes the same thing. Who we got in here? We got a BNSF train. You're just sitting there. You're not doing anything. What's your deal? What is your deal? Oh. The yard's full. Well, that's no good. You coming in here or you going out? You're coming in here, and you can't get in because the yard's full. That's fair. Looks like this switch is aligned to bring you into the container yard. You're not a container train. Whoopsie. Somebody did a boo-boo. I think that switch is thrown. Okay, well we're gonna fix this problem. Doink. Have I ever even been down here? I don't even recognize this yard. Where am I? Is this down in like LA or something? I don't even recognize this yard. We get by a switch. Does it flash the switch? I know it flashes the signal and whatnot. Looking for, yeah. Yeah, this is clear down on the San Bernardino. I don't know if I've been down there. I haven't been down there on this save, that's for sure. Okay, apparently that switch is thrown on the very populated. So, anywho, we need to get back to my train. What was my train doing? Transport to my train. I'm glad I looked on that random AI. He was just sitting there. Yeah, I found Waldo. I think I found most of the Easter eggs. There's some good ones in this game. Okay, I was pumping up air, right? Yes, indeed. And we are pumped up with air. We're ready to shove these guys back. That switch is thrown. Should be good to go. Oh no, I was resetting the PCS, right. So I think we're good now. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Not sure that reset without me doing anything, but okay. Fair enough. So we need to shove back past this, basically. But we need to look and see which car. So we need to shove this car back past that switch. So a little bit of shove, not a terrible amount. Yeah, Bob's going to be late for supper, right? Poor Bob. I do need to get off here soon, though. Fair warning. I need to wind this down and go see my family and shower and go to bed. They got back a little while ago. So. We'll at least get the oil tanker spotted in there before we call it a night. Very heavy train, so I'm going to put about 4 handbrakes on there. We can close the angle cock, then pull the pin. I never even had that one open all the way, did I? Whoops. Yeah, it's been fun. I miss Run 8. It's a lot of fun. Need to make more time for it. It's one of those things that takes a lot of time, though. Gonna just stop with independent brake. Would that be okay, train? You guys, yeah, you guys are empty. The ones I'm dropping off are empty. When these are full, it's like 100 tons per car. It's really heavy. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I know Run 8 always gets a decent little audience in here. It's pretty popular. See, was I aligned? Yeah, I'm still aligned for the little inside. Let's do this one and then we'll pull off what doesn't fit. See kind of a bird's eye view as we come back in here. Get an idea of some of the scale here. So if you didn't know, Run 8 does have industries, and they can be configured to like take in different types of cars and either empty them out or fill them up. This one is set to fill up tank cars. So we'll drop these off, and then 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever they're configured for, they'll be full and ready for pickup, and the cycle continues. Feel like it. So we may or may not ever be back here to do anything with these cars. I've kind of thought about at some point taking the time to like set up my own little operation, like Fedora Railroad inside this world, and have a few little things we do, but it just takes time, and I haven't taken the time to do it. All right, then if I go to 3, nope, 5. That's where I was before, yep. All right, cool. So then we need to pull off here. So we'll put handbrake on you. Close you. Got too much tension on there. I can't close the coupler, so we have to back up a little bit. There we go. That's usually enough. Pull the pin. Grandchildren carrying on the family tradition. I wish we had an AI engineer in this game. That would rock for solo play. No, it's me and Bob in Run 8. It's just me making all the mistakes. Trying to run this thing. If you're new to the channel, then Railroader is another train game that I play. And it's kind of more of a logistics game than a simulator. But it has an AI engineer that you can use to run the trains, and you tell them like where to go and stuff. So my canon for that game is Albert Inman is the engineer, initials AI. So that's where that's coming from. He's a much better train operator than I am. Be able to fit all this back in here? I'm not sure all these empties will fit. Got quite a ways to go. It might fit. I don't know. Would they give me too many cars? Possibly. Yeah, I think we're going to fit. It looked like it was way longer. Insert joke here. All right, if we throw a handbrake on there, we should... Yeah, we kind of hit the backstop, you know. Kind of sort of a little bit. Maybe. It's fine. We're all good. Nothing's broken. Oh, I didn't get the slack. Click away. All right, there we go. Nice. Those guys should all be processing. I believe. We turn on the industry. Yeah, we got everything on a red dot. Should be good to go there. Train is running away from me. Nice. All right, we still need to like bring that back and do some running around and stuff. I'm not going to get that done tonight. I'm going to wrap this up. I'll save this, and we'll definitely do some more Run 8 in the somewhat near future. We can finish out this job and do some other stuff. Appreciate y'all hanging out here for a random stream on a Thursday evening. If you are new here, like I said, I've played all kinds of different games over the years, and everything is in a playlist. All the series I've done, you can go look through those if you want, and maybe find something you like. I've done a ton of Run 8, especially streams. You can find those on the channel as well. Not your tank cars. Yeah, I kind of did a boo-boo. Smashed it up a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to tie down the engine and we'll save and get on out of here. I want to run down at least near these cars so I can kind of remember what I was doing maybe. And then also we go here. Yeah, that's lined up. So we're good. And you're lined up, so we're good because we already pushed through you. Perfect. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Iron Cat, and everyone else, and all the lurkers out there. Shout out to the lurkers. I see you out there on the viewer count. Appreciate you hanging out. And if I don't talk to you again, have a great weekend. I may try to think of what I got. I know I'm like out of town. We're moving some of my son's stuff back to college this weekend, so I got a lot of stuff going on. Not sure I'll be able to get a stream in this weekend, but we'll see. I might possibly get one in tomorrow if work goes well. I might take off a little early because it's been a busy couple weeks. We'll just have to see. I just have to play it by ear. I can't really plan these things out. Anyway, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.